Hey there, and welcome to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. And got my two chums with me right here.
Hi.
Oh, sorry, let me put my glasses on. Oh, Matt, you're here too.
Gosh.
No, Matt Gourley, of course, here, and Sona Movsesian.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Are you?
I am.
Okay.
A lot of people are asking me, how do I feel?
Because you ate a lot of spicy food on Hot Ones.
Yes, I went on the show Hot Ones, and I did not, I was aware of the show, obviously. It's a very successful show. I hadn't really, can't say I was an expert on the show. I went in thinking, well, whatever happens, I just have to eat all the wings and just go for it and make a fool of myself. And so I kind of had that plan in mind, but didn't know much beyond that. The host, very good, excellent. I like that guy a lot. He's a very good interviewer.
He is.
He's a really good interviewer, and they do a really good job on that show. So Sean's asking me questions, and I was just determined to just keep stuffing these wings in no matter what. And then, of course, me being me, I start drinking the sauce and rubbing it around on my face and my chest and everything. And so when I walk around now, because a lot of people have seen this, people keep asking me if I'm okay.
I wondered the same thing. Well, I also just watched Conan Must Go, which is fantastic, by the way. And in Thailand, you get pretty floored, albeit comedically by some sauce. So I thought, you're going to go down when I see Hot Ones.
Yeah. No, well, we played that up for comedy, and then and you're allowed to, in a sketch world or comedy world, you can fake things a little bit.
I'm aware.
Oh,
yes.
Is that how comedy works?
Comedy works, really?
When I look at you two, I think an explanation might be in order.
So what's the deal? Do you not have taste buds or something? How did you do that?
I have never seen you eat spicy food.
I don't eat spicy food.
I hear, there's people who like put Tabasco or Tapatio on stuff. I've had so many meals with you, and I've never seen you eat spicy food.
I have a theory. It's that the only thing worse than that amount of thermal spice would be you not somehow getting the attention that eating all of that would give you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all joking aside, and also I've had a bunch of people posit that I have the red-haired gene, which is there's when I go to the dentist and they give me Novocaine, they then go to drill and it's like I haven't had Novocaine. And I'm always saying, I feel everything right now. And they always say, oh yeah, you're a redhead. I don't know if that's, but I've had many dentists say that to me, and they give me a lot more. And they say that redheads have, higher pain threshold or something. I don't know what it is.
Meaning you feel less pain, you feel more pain.
You don't
feel, I don't know exactly how it works. And I'm just freewheeling here. I just know what I've been told by people. I don't think it's it. I think you have it, Matt, which is, I've always been, if I think something will be funny, I'll do it and deal with it later.
And did you?
Yeah, I did deal with it later. I was dealt with later.
How did it manifest itself?
I spot welded an iron. I spot
We're
welded
all
it.
thinking the same thing.
I spot welded. I wanted it to be useful.
And how much did you shit?
How much did your butt hurt?
Here's what I decided to do.
And do you have butt taste buds?
Here's what I decided to do. I decided that I wanted, after I ingested all that, I wanted it to be useful. So I found a construction site where they were doing spot welding. And I went there and I said, gentlemen, if you want, I can weld these girders for you in about, I'm guessing about 15 minutes. You'll need to avert your eyes because I'll be dropping my pants. And they said, okay. And I said, I will need someone to stay behind and light it. And then we'll be all set to go. So there's a building in the Mid-Wilshire district that's going up. And I think I did about 65 rivets in the building. And people were driving by saying, Conan O'Brien, his pants are around his ankles. And I think fire is shooting out of his ass and he's welding a building. And here's the biggest problem. I had to join the union. But that way everybody wins. There's a building, and trust me, that section of the building will never fall. That's the best. And they've had an engineer say, whoever did this These are heat temperatures we've never seen.
So every time you're going to weld something, you just have to eat a lot of hot wings?
Yes, I'm in the union now. And all I have to do is I've got all the sauces from Hot Ones.
You are the saddest X-Man ever.
Yeah. Meet the X-Men.
Really? He's on the X-Men? What do we do with him?
His name's Assweld. What's this super? And you know what it is? I have a bandolier, and instead of ammunition, it's just sauces. And they're like, "What are we gonna do? How are we gonna get out of this thing? The bad guys have sealed us in this lead safe. Hold on a second."
Just to pull your pants down?
You have to pull your pants down.
Does your uniform have a compartment?
Oh yeah, the uniform has, and the
like a union suit, the little flap you.
Well, it's a very tiny flap that's the exact circumference of an anus.
Oh.
It's a tiny circle that unflaps, and then just a beam of the whitest light you've ever seen comes out. Of phosphorus, yeah. And and everyone has to put on welding goggles.
Oh God.
But no, I did. Well, if you've known, like there are many times where I would do sketches, and if I think it's funny to get thrown out of a window,
yes,
even at my age, I will say, no, I want to do it. Jeff Ross always goes, oh, come on, don't, let's get on. I'm like, no, I want to do it.
You're the Tom Cruise of comedy, where he does action that way. You will do comedy that way.
Yeah, but he does it well.
And he does cool things.
But he does cool things. But I love to still, because I don't know, I was in a lot of brothers, and I like to be tossed around. I like to smash through things. I'm very happy to do it. And then if I feel something give, I'll just keep doing it if I think people are laughing. And we used to have years on the show. It would always come out in animal segments because people would come and they would bring, I get creeped out around snakes, and I get creeped out around insects and spiders. They would bring them, and I would say, oh, no, just put it on my forehead. And I would do it because audiences really liked it. And I knew, in a single, this is funny. But in real life, if there's no one there to laugh at it, I would be horrified and never do it.
So what was the immediate...
immediate response to the being on was, I think my eyes were incredibly runny and my mouth really hurt. The thing that was the most interesting is that my wedding ring, some sauce, because I was rubbing my hands around in the sauce.
You rubbed it on your nipples.
And some got because you wash your hands right afterwards, but some of the sauce got underneath my wedding ring, and my wedding ring David Hopping was driving me home, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine," but I noticed that my wedding ring was burning.
Oh,
and it hasn't burned like that since they put it on me at the altar. Take that, Liza. It was burning, and then I took it off, and I saw like, oh right, there's acid underneath it. So but my thanks to the craziest thing about that is that the Hot Ones generated all these nice things that people were saying online and retrospective about, I really like the thing Conan did in 98. I like the thing he did in 2004, which is all very sweet. But I had a bunch of friends who saw my name all over Twitter, and the first assumption is he's dead. So I did have people say, oh my God, I thought.
Finally. We can all talk now.
Liza immediately got into another relationship. Immediately.
She has a guy on deck.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can I also say Jose was so funny as the doctor?
Oh, okay.
I mean, he really made me laugh a lot.
So this is the story of that. Jose Arroyo is extremely talented comedy writer, and Jose's been a writer for me for years, and he's worked on travel shows and the show, and he's brilliant. Jose is brilliant, and I love him to death. Jose, many times, whenever we did a sketch where someone had to be in a white coat and be an authority figure like a scientist or a doctor, Jose would play that. And so the day before, or maybe 2 days before Hot Ones, I thought, I don't think anyone's done this, but I want to show up with my physician, Dr. Arroyo. So I call Jose And I said, Jose, I'm going to go on this show, Hot Ones. He's like, yeah, I know Hot Ones. And I said, and I love Jose because he just knows exactly. I went, and so I want to bring you on. And he's like, yeah, your doctor. And I said, we're not even doing a show. Jose's not working for me technically right now. I said, do you have a lab coat? And he went, yeah, I have a medical coat. Yeah. And he's not a doctor.
Oh my God.
And he's like, and he's got a stethoscope because he knows. And if anyone wants to see him, one of the reasons I really wanted him to do that was because Jose, we shot a segment, we did a travel show in Australia, and we're on Bondi Beach, and there's that iconic shot. There's that famous lifeguard show that's from Bondi Beach. And so I wanted to train to be a lifeguard there. So we got an iconic shot of me running on the beach in slow motion, and then you widen out, and I'm running with my dermatologist in slow motion, who's running alongside me. And it was Jose in full Dr. Arroyo regalia.
Ugh.
So if you want to see a very funny clip, look up. This must be out there somewhere.
What is
Yeah,
it?
it's
The
definitely out there.
funniest line he had on the Hot Ones was,
So many
you go like, what did you study? And he goes, in the 90s.
in the 90s.
Where did you?
Oh,
yeah,
where did you study?
go
Where'd
to
you
school?
study? Yeah, where'd you go to school? In the 90s.
No, yeah, in
Or
1998.
when he checks
1998.
your pulse and he just chokes you.
Yeah, and he says, it's
God.
No, he is so funny, and eternal thanks to Jose Arroyo. And also he is brilliant across the board. He's a great writer, but he's also a really funny cartoonist. He's had cartoons in the New Yorkers a couple of times. I think one time I gave him an idea for a cartoon and he drew it up and submitted it under both our initials, and it got in, and I was delighted. Jose is a force. So
I just wanted to quickly ask, a lot of fans were wondering two things. First of all, did you know what you were getting yourself into? And was there kind of any prep beforehand? And also,
no.
Was there a moment at which you were like, this is a bad idea while you were doing it?
No, I didn't. I don't know. I got through a bunch of the wings and I thought, I can do this. And also, even if I can't do it, I'm going to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You're in the zone.
Because early on, I'm taunting Sean. Oh, baby, thinks and so once you do that, there's
you
only
can't
one
go
way you
back.
can go. You can't stop after the fourth wing and then start talking about, I'm really excited about my new project. So, did I have to smash everything? Probably not. Did I have to rant and have milk come out my mouth? Not sure.
Yeah.
But those are things that you do so that your children never look you in the eye again.
Mhm.